As it's International Day of Languages, we should recognise that languages cause difficulties as well as advantages. And you must all know the story of Emperor Charles V, who was asked, "What languages do you speak?" And he replied, "Well, of course, I speak French with men, Italian with women, Spanish with God, and German to my horse." He didn't mention English, which is unfortunate, but then English wasn't the world's language at that time. So anyway, here we have the Hobbit. I thought of starting at page 1, but instead I've opened it at random in the middle of the book, so you won't know the context in which I'm reading. And let's start. Still, the next morning dawned bright and fair again. There was an autumn-like mist white upon the ground, and the air was chill. But soon the sun rose in the east, and the mist vanished. And while the shadows were still long, they were off again. So they rode now for 2 more days, and all the while they saw nothing save grass and flowers and birds and scattered trees, and occasionally small herds of red deer, browsing or sitting at noon in the shade. Sometimes Bilbo saw the horns of harts sticking up out of the long grass. That third evening they were so eager to press on, for Bjorn had said they should reach the forest gate early on the 4th day, but they rode still forward after dusk and into the night beneath the moon. As the light faded, Bilbo thought he saw away to the right or to the left the shadowy form of a great bear prowling along in the same direction. But if he dared to mention it to Gandalf, the wizard only said, "Hush, take no notice." "Well, here is Mirkwood," said Gandalf, "the greatest of the forests of the northern world. I hope you like the look of it. Now you must send back these excellent ponies you have borrowed." The dwarves were inclined to grumble at this, but the wizard told them they were fools. Bjorn is not as far off as you seem to think, and you'd better keep your promises anyway, for he is a bad enemy. Mr. Baggins's eyes are sharper than yours, and if you have not seen each night after dark a great bear along with us, or sitting far off in the moon watching our camps, not only to guard you and guide you, but to keep an eye on the ponies too. Bjorn may be your friend, but he loves his animals as his children. You do not guess what kindness he has shown you in letting dwarves ride them so far and so fast, nor what would happen to you if you tried to take them into the forest. "What about your horse then?" said Thorin. "You don't mention that." "I don't, because I am not sending it back." "What about your promise then?" "I will look after that. I am not sending the horse back. I am riding back." Then they knew that Gandalf was going to leave them at the very edge of Mirkwood, and they were in despair. But nothing they could say would change his mind. Who's next?